Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and in today's video, which is part of our story time series, I wanted to talk to you guys about that time I saved a company $70 a month with a voice over IP service provider versus the quote that they got when they shopped the same service provider direct. Yes, I know this sounds crazy, but we're going to get into this story, so let's just jump right into it. So I had basically gotten a call. This was about at the time of this video, a few months ago, from a septic and sewage company. And when they contacted me, they said, hey, I found your YouTube videos. I saw you online. I went to your website. I already kind of knew that Vonage was what I wanted to go with, but I saw your video, so I wanted to see if you could do a little better on this quote. He's not the first person that's came to me and said this before. Now, one thing I want you guys to understand here is Vonage, unlike some of the other carriers, there are a handful of other carriers that do what I'm about to explain to you, but Vonage is one of those companies that is okay with letting us, some of us dealers, get the credit for accounts for people that have already went direct. As long as that person isn't already signed up, and as long as they aren't tied to another dealer somewhere in the United States, which they shouldn't be, because I'm your number one Vonage dealer. No, I'm just kidding, but you guys know what I mean. But the short of it is I want to make sure that you guys understand that I wasn't really stepping on anybody's toes or anything like that, because the rep still gets credit for the quote, and Vonage is still allowed to assign that contract or that agreement, that new account, to a dealer or a partner like me so that we can get credit for the deal also. Which they don't mind, because they know that a lot of my leads come from YouTube or come from Google or whatever. And they like the fact that we talk them up and help some people make that final decision, even though they may have already gotten a quote direct. They're still in that decision-making phase. So anyways, the guy calls me up and says, hey, I got this Vonage business quote. It's coming out to somewhere around like 200 and, I'm trying to think of the raw math here. It was coming out to somewhere around, I want to say like 230 or $240 something a month for what he was quoted. He didn't think there was anything wrong with that, but he just asked me, hey, I saw your videos. Can you answer some of my questions from a non-Vonage perspective that I want to get honestly answered, that I don't think I'll be able to get from somebody that works at Vonage directly? Can you answer some of my questions about the customer service? What happens if I have to break my contract? Are they really good? Like, will I have issues with my phones, and what's the call quality like? And I was like, sure. And so we talked, me and this guy talked for about a good hour and a half almost on a phone on a Thursday evening. And then I finally said, okay, email me over the quote that you got from Vonage Direct. Sometimes my guy at Vonage can work miracles. Let me see if I can do two things. A, get him to look at this from a different perspective and get you a better price, or get you some of the features that you've already got in here at a lower price or included. And B, let me see if I can at least get credit for helping you out since you did go direct. Went to my guy, and my guy says, hey, you can definitely get credit because there isn't a partner assigned to this account. He says, but I can tell you right now, I can save this guy like $70 a month almost. And I'm just like, shut up, are you kidding me? He's like, yeah, I can definitely save this guy about 70 bucks. This guy's quote was somewhere in the ballpark of, I want to say, about $240 before taxes when he brought it to me. We did three things for this guy. So just follow me here, how we worked this miracle. Number one, my guy at Vonage was able to upgrade his phones from a 2-line Polycom free phone that was offered to him, that was just some basic Polycom phone. I'm sorry, 2-line Yelling phones that weren't anything special, to some 4-line Polycom phones for free included in the plan that were literally valued at being like $50 to $60 more better of a phone than what he was quoted in the previous quote. So he got better phones, an upgrade from a 2-line Yelling to a 4-line Polycom that was a higher end phone with a color screen. So we got that. We were able to reduce his bill for the exact same stuff. We were able to shave the numbers down from about $240 to about $170, which comes out to approximately like about a $70 savings before tax. Number three, which I thought was the best thing and which the customer really appreciated. Normally, Vonage requires that any new account has to have a dollar value before taxes of $200 a month to get InstallTeam. What is InstallTeam? InstallTeam is what we call over at Vonage Business the white glove service. These guys do everything from the minute you sign the contract or sign the digital agreement, they contact you via email and say, hey, when can we set up a time to talk to you about setting up your phone system? You set up a time in their digital calendar. They contact you directly and they say, tell me exactly how you want the phone to function when it rings, like when calls come in, how do you want them to come in? Who do you want them to go to? How do you want calls to be transferred? They do that, and then they set all of that up for you. They configure your entire phone system with you and test it. They train you on the system. They train your staff on the system. They even handle your number porting. They ask you for some basic information like a copy of your phone bill, what phone numbers, and from what carriers, if one or more carriers, do you need numbers ported from? And then they actually just do it all for you. All you have to do is just put the phones on the desk where you want it and connect them to the internet. They do everything. But the catch is, this is usually only allowed for accounts that are $200 a month or more before taxes. This guy, because of the dramatic savings that we got him, we brought him under $200 down to like $170. So even though we got him a killer deal for the same thing that he had gotten quoted direct, I was able to go to Vonage and get him $70 off a month and better phones included in the package at no additional cost. I was scared that he wasn't going to get InstallTeam because he was honest with me and told me I'm not that technically savvy, and even if I was, I don't have time to set up a new phone system myself like that and pre-configure it. I was able to negotiate with Vonage and get Vonage to make an exception for him and throw in the InstallTeam package at, for free, even though he didn't theoretically qualify for it. So anyways, that was the deal that we got for the guy. He was extremely, extremely grateful. But the moral of the story is, if you're thinking about Vonage, because I have so many people that go direct, and then they call me after they've already signed a contract and it's too late, come to me first. If you've already got a quote, but you haven't signed the dotted line, you're not wasting your time if you come to me and see if I can get you a better deal or get Vonage to sharpen their pencils a little bit for the quote to win your business. So anyways, that concludes the story of the time that I saved a company $70 a month on their Vonage business service by coming to me versus going direct. If you've watched this video and you're interested in Vonage, or you're looking at some other carrier and you'd like to see if I can do better, give me a call. My service is free, my consulting is free, and I'm paid by the service provider that you choose. So, Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, your go-to guy for the best deals on business phone and internet service in the USA. I'll catch you guys again in the next video.